My name's Evan Roth. I'm one part of the Eyewriter team. So Eyewriter is an open source, do-it-yourself eye tracking software. It was originally built for Tony Kwan, he's an artist and activist that has ALS, which is a degenerative disease. And so over the course of 7 or so years, he's sort of slowly lost all movement except for his eyes. And so the team of us was introduced to him. So the Eyewriter project is myself, Zach Lieberman, Theo Watson, Chris Segru, James Powderly, and Tony. And so now the six of us are originally it was about making Tony a piece of software and a do-it-yourself sort of eye tracking device that consisted of sort of off-the-shelf parts. We're trying to make it as easily reproduced as possible, so people that might not have even soldering skills, like the current version, the current design has no soldering. It's like zip ties and alligator clips and a PlayStation 3 camera. There's been some attention, thanks to FutureEverything actually, on the project, and so we've been getting these emails in, and a lot of them are very excited, very positive. A lot of them are also like very sad. It's people that they don't want to just write graffiti, they don't want to draw, they just want to say hi to their aunt, or they want to be able to talk to their son. And so the next stage of the project is going to be us working with Tony to make a new system that transitions maybe a bit away from writing graffiti and into writing emails, which seems to be the thing that people really need, and browsing websites and controlling computers. There's commercial systems out there that do this, and they do it well, except they're prohibitively expensive for a lot of people. And so the idea with the Eyewriter project is that the software remains free. It's an open source project so that other people can come in and develop for it. And the hardware side, we're trying to keep things as cheap as possible. We're having meetings now about what to do with this nice new funding that we have for FutureEverything, and there's a lot of things on the table, but one that keeps coming up in meetings is this idea of making kits. We still want to keep things extremely easy to reproduce, so maybe even one step more accessible than your typical sort of DIYer, like someone who's really who might not be comfortable soldering, for example. But that being said, cost is a big factor, and so a lot of people, they have access to computers, and the cost beyond the computers are relatively low. It's the cost of a camera, which is, the one we've been using is around 30 pounds. And so what we'd like to do is make kits that, if we buy parts in bulk, for example, we can get the price of the kits down really, really low, and then offer them at cost to people that otherwise couldn't afford this. And so that's one thing we've been talking about. Another thing we've been talking about is, because it's an open source project, we're trying to get as many people involved as we can. Using some of that budget to reach out specifically to people that we know to be experts in the field, and not to like pay them to work on the project, but a lot of people are happy to take part in the project, but everyone's busy. If we can make a proper invitation to people, we might be able to have some sort of like a summit we've been talking about, sort of an invitation summit where maybe that would probably happen in Los Angeles, close to where Tony is, and we might be able to fly in specific people that we think could really, in a concentrated, week-long, dedicated think tank, sort of take the project to the next level. Winning the award means a few things to us. One of them is attention, and so attention on this project is maybe different than attention on some of the other projects I've worked on, or that collaborators in the project have worked on, because it's not just about holding up a trophy and smiling on stage, which always feels nice, but it's about getting more awareness of the project, because we are trying to develop this as an open project and a project where we're trying to get developers. And so every time a big award like this comes along and throws a spotlight on the project, for us it's a big deal beyond feeling good that this project is having some resonance with people, which is important also. But beyond that, it really helps us reach more people. Having internationally known awards such as this, more people are going to want to take part in the project now. More people are going to hear about the project, and to us that's a big deal, because we need people to jump into this. Right now it's the 5 of us, and of the 5, it's really Zach, Theo, and Chris that are bearing the brunt of the programming work. And so the more people that this can reach, and the more people that hear about it, the more programmers we might get emails from, which would be a big deal. A last piece is that Tony is now like a practicing artist. Now that he's ability to draw again, he's making work and he's getting invitations, and he's interested in showing his art again. And so we've been thinking about using a small portion of the money to maybe throw an art show for him, where he's able to sort of display all the things that he's been making with this. And we've already been doing this to a small degree, but it'd be nice to have like a 10th one, Tony Kwan solo show. So I think that would be exciting.
Great, brilliant.
Good?
Yeah, that's brilliant.